Hey, friends. Uh, we hope you're having a great day. We know the holidays can be stressful. Kevin and I decided that we just want to help you with your marriage. And one thing that I see when some couples are struggling, they may be sweet and nice and use their good manners at the store and at their checkout and at work with their friends on the phone. But then when they come home with their husband or their wife, they have a whole different tone, right? And they're like, their tone is different and they have hmm,
Go ahead and say it.
a more demanding type of tone and ordering family members around and their spouse around. And they forget to say please and thank you. And I thought that it needs to be brought up because sometimes you just don't realize that you're doing it. And, we've met people that are married and they will be totally different people to friends and other people socially, but then to each other, it's like, whoa, they're not the same people. And that's kind of scary. So you got to keep yourself in check. And that's what having good manners is all about. So there's some funny things that can happen with this, but also they're serious. And, sometimes when I'm talking to Kevin on the phone, he'll say, honey, I'm so sorry. Can you just please excuse me just for a minute because somebody else is, trying to get a hold of me and I need to talk to them or something like that. Or I have a business call, but he won't just say I have to go by because maybe I would. So he reminds me that we need to be, still use our good manners. But that's just a simple little example.
So, at one point in my life, I was a manager of a grocery store. And I was used to directing people to go here and go there and go do this and go do that. Mm-hmm. And when you come home, if you don't take off that hat and that mantle that you've been wearing all day for maybe 10 to 12 hours, it's very easy to just continue that type of attitude and start barking at your kids and your wife. Now, thank goodness I didn't do that with Darla because I wasn't a grocery store manager anymore. But it can happen. It's just the way that you are at work and what you're doing. And you just have to be careful and remember that you picked this man or this woman out to be the one. You wanted to marry them. They were going to be your partner for the rest of your life. And you should always treat them with the utmost respect and certainly not take out a hard day that you had and frustration that is built up all day. You don't want to take that out on them or your kids because they didn't have anything to do with that, most likely. That was things that happened at work that maybe caused the frustration to build up within you. So always be sure that you take that mantle off and leave it outside the house when you come home.
So the other thing that goes with manners is things like burping, passing gas, all the funny boy stuff, right? So it's funny when they're boy stuff, but if you were on a date, you would probably try to use your good manners. And so pretend that you're still on a date when you're home with your spouse, because there's always giggles around gas stories. And I know there's lots of good ones, but really it's not so funny sometimes. So pay attention to those kind of things. Have fun, but be sweet to your spouse.
That's right.
Right?
Especially at Christmas and every other day too.
Okay. I'm sure that you guys can think of some other examples and really just kind of pay attention to it. If you think about it, then pay attention. Kevin will get me a cup of tea and I'll tell him, yes, please. And he'll ask me if I would like one. And then I tell him, thank you. So you just have to remember that. Don't expect anything, and return the favors and return those sweetness things that you can do for each other.
That's right. Darla is so good about telling me how handsome I am when I shave. And she just, oh, you're so, are you handsome now? She'll say. So those little words of affirmation, like we talked about yesterday, they're very powerful. And when somebody does go out of their way to do something for you, be sure you honor that with thanks, just like Darla's saying.
Little too mushy for you guys? All right, we get it. But go do better. Be better. Love you. See you
And go
tomorrow.
have fun too.
See you tomorrow.
Have fun and love each other. Everybody have a good evening.
Bye.